So yeah, I wasn't expecting to do another Metroid game so soon, but there have been complications when it comes to trying to get my hands on, say, a capture card. An actual physical capture card so I can run the GameCube, so I can actually play the game. But to appease those that wanted to say that I was going to do Metroid Prime, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So, for me, this is going back to a very old game I used to do for CubeX55 a long time ago. The game was called Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Here, it's another Metroid 2 remake, Return of Samus. And this is the one that's been getting a lot of universal praise because it is the actual good remake of a very bad Metroid game. Now, Nintendo has taken the download links down for this game, which is a huge shame because I think this would actually work. But it's been in development for nearly 10 years. The guy that actually has developed this game has now gone to become an actual programmer, and our task, as usual, even for various other reasons, is just kind of this. Anyway, we got the intro, and basically it just tells you that Metroids have become an absolute menace. Well, you kind of have to realize this because, you know, if space pirates could tame them as powerful weapons, untamed them must be a dangerous threat. So, the Federation decides to the extermination of the Metroid species, and Samus, well, of course, because she's had experience of taking them out before, is the one assigned for the job. Now, this is now we're going to go back to SR388 for this one. If you know, there have only ever been 2 planets in the Metroid cycle for most games. It's been, for the main canon, it's been Sebs, and of course SR388, as you can see right here. So, with a very good landing sequence, as you can see right there, we are about to begin the game once more. So, as you can see, the menu is quite simple. You start with 30 missiles, you have a weapon, you have morph balls starting off, and this time you get the objective, or as I like to call it, the mission brief. Kind of simple, actually, when you think about it. So, all this, and more, gives you the backstory of the missions as to why everything in it as it is. Essentially, the SR388 was given to task between 2 ships, a research ship and a rescue team of all landing. That's the secondary question, is to try and find the Suit 2. While at the same time, learn about the Chozo ruins that are also occupied for this one. Believe me, there's quite a few of those. And we learn about the native species at SR388. Not much I've got to say, so listen up, ladies and gentlemen. The objective for this game is quite simple. The game tells you in no words you have to wipe out every Metroid that's on SR388. Originally this was 39, but they expanded it by about 16 more. So now you have at least 50 to 60 Metroids to kill. But at the same time, as you can tell, there's a lot of effort and detail that went on this demo. I would say this is the closest thing that this demo has actual quality would be Metroid Zero Mission in terms of actual quality. This is the sort of thing that we do. So, as you can see here, there are 2 different directions we can go, left and right. As you can also see in the Metroid count in the top as well. These are save points, and they will also heal you of all things. Completely heal you and completely fill your weapon. So it's sometimes these are the things. But as you can see here, the way forward or the way down is blocked off by immovable lava. So what can we do about it? Well, there's not much we can do for the moment, except go back the way we came and go back to the other direction, as it were. The fact that they pretty much gives you 30 missiles to start off with is pretty good. And the fact they also give you the morph ball ability as well, which is also pretty good. No bomb, no multiple bomb ability though. That would have been quite too simple. But as you can see right here, as it were, it's not much an ability that you could choose from. Also, you can pretty much note that the enemies are in your native SR388 this one. So you can also red doors as well. Red doors will lead you the way. Later on, when we get down to the actual fortress, which we're going to, believe me, we will, and coincidentally, we will be taking this on, heading towards. But as it turns out, the Metroids can fucking evolve. That's right. The Metroids have acted like Pokemon, this one, and they can evolve. Basic Metroids can evolve into Alphas, and for the moment, Alpha Metroids are going to be your opponents. Their weaknesses are the green, very exposed undercarriage that is on their underneath side. So for now, since this is happening, once we get down to it, you'll see the lava dropping down from position, and you'll discover about the planetary earthquakes. These earthquakes only take big effect when you kill enough Metroids in an area before you move on. The structure is loosely dense and populated, but there are other things as well. So that's basically your mission objective here. You go find Metroids, you hunt them down, and then you move on to the next area. We are going to take advantage of going back the way we came and learning about where we go, so that we can learn about our next objective, which is really bloody useful. I mean, seriously. Okay, so now we're heading back up the way we came. But they'll pretty much what they'll also tell you is that this is also the Metroid Zero Mission one. So it has the pattern wall jumps, and then later on it does get you the speed boosts and all that stuff. All the things that were in future titles, because this is set after the Prime series. But before Super Metroid 3, where Samus decides to finally wipe out the Metroids, as everyone knows, it goes head straight towards Metroid 4, which I personally think would have been which I think was one of Samus's baddest decisions, because the extermination of that, as you can see from the third to the fourth game, leads to something unbearable, etc, 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 and all that stuff. There we get to that one, like so. Then we find out that we're moving on to another corridor, but this is full of lava this time. Lava does actually hurt you. Not as much as the enemies that are also going to be annoying you as well, as you can see. You can survive lava for a good few minutes, unlike previous ones, which is probably the reason why Metroid 2's mechanics are somewhat okay. Gotta say though, Metroid 2, not one of my favorite Metroids. I've actually played a lot of Metroid games, and I have no hatred towards Other M, because I was specifically told to do all the Metroid games before the release of Other M for Cube-X65, and I hated the entire premise of Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. Be that one, because Jesus Christ, one thought it was a good idea to hunt down Metroid could get real tedious real fast. Believe me, it went to hell real quick. Just say it just went tedious and terrible, and it's just not good. Anyway, moving on to a new area. This is essentially what we'll be doing. We go to new areas, collecting up new items, allowing those new items to explore new areas of the planet, and then we can find those new areas to track down the Metroids. That's the job. And also, you may have noticed the Metroid count is now at 4. So there are 4 Metroids in the area. The thing is, though, there's only one Metroid in the upcoming area, of this one, but he's very conveniently hiddenly located right here. So, moving on to our next first area, known as the Golden Temple, which is an intact Chozo temple. Kind of cool when you think about it. Kind of cool. And next time on Metroid 2 Remake here on the Everbase X channel, we got an area to explore and goodies to plunder. See you all next time.